The mission of the Bartlesville Police Department is to enhance the quality of life in our community by working cooperatively with the public and within the framework of the United States Constitution to enforce the laws, preserve the peace, reduce fear, and provide a safe environment for all of our citizens. Hello and welcome to Behind the Badge. I'm Police Chief Tracy Rolls, and as always, thank you for being here. Our featured guest today is Officer Sierra Compton. Thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you choosing Bartlesville. You're one of our newer officers, so thank you for choosing us, and we appreciate what you're doing for our community and for our police department. So, how long have you been here?
I've been here since August of 2019.
So we're getting close to a year.
Of course, yeah.
The year mark as a police officer is a big deal.
Yes, sir, it is.
Because there's certain things that we can and can't do as a city after you've reached your year. So keep your head down and keep moving forward. So almost there. So what'd you do before you came here?
I was a reserve at Mountains Police Department, and it's a little town in Creek County.
How many officers does Mountains Police Department have?
0. It was one full-time officer, which was chief, and then the rest of us was reserves.
Yep. Chief Porter's a good guy.
He is a great guy.
Great guy, works hard, does well for law enforcement, really carries the flag of law enforcement well.
Yep, he's a retired state trooper. So.
Yep, that's correct. One of the good guys.
Yes, sir.
So why'd you want to be a cop?
I've always appreciated and admired those who put their lives on the line to protect our communities. I wanted to join because I wanted to see people at their worst and see what I could do for them. Another big thing in my mind was children. They're our next generation. We need to make sure that they're comfortable with law enforcement and to make sure they're on the correct path.
So, across the nation, there's a lot fewer females in law enforcement than there are males. And I would think, and I'm not speaking from experience here, but I would think that that would put females at a disadvantage when it comes to certain things.
I believe so.
So, as a female officer, new to the game, what challenges have you faced?
I would love to say that I haven't faced any, but I have. I've been held at a higher standard than where we already are at. I've had to show my ability to do the job more so than male personnel. The list can go on and on.
Yeah. So how have you reacted to that?
Thankfully, my parents raised a very good person. They've taught me to be respectful, to be courageous, and to stand my ground when I think I'm right. And if I'm not right, well then take it as it is.
Sure. You know, one encouraging thing for females is of recent, there have been a lot of females that have been promoted to the police chief position. Mm-hmm. So in a few years, I mean, give me about 10 or 15, but then we can start talking, you know, but you know, we are starting to promote more females into leadership positions, and I think that's a long time coming. I think it's long overdue.
I completely agree with you.
And I do think that there are females who have certain leadership qualities that maybe males don't have.
I completely agree.
I'm not one of those guys who say we should promote a female just because she's a female, just like I say that we shouldn't promote a male because he's a male, or Hispanic because they're Hispanic, or whatever the case may be. I think that it should be based on qualifications, and there are a lot of smart females in law enforcement out there that are running big police departments,
of course,
and are doing a great job. So, as a new officer, what do you feel the perception of female officers are, just in the public, and then we'll get more specific to the Bartlesville Police Department.
Okay, from the public, what I've received is they're very intrigued. You know, being a woman officer has a different type of attention. But when I speak to them, they always tell me, you know, I admire you for what you do and what job you do. I've had plenty of parents come up to me and say, hey, can I bother you for a second? Yes, ma'am, what is it? And it's their little girl asking me questions, you know, you're so pretty, why did you want to do it? But you're a woman, why? You know, and I explain myself, and the end result is, well, I want to be a cop. Well, then do it. You know what I mean? So I think it's a positive impact on the public.
Sure, it's very empowering. I think sometimes people connect better, or they're not as intimidated to connect in a positive way with a female officer as opposed to a male officer. So I think there's times that females can certainly be more productive
I completely agree.
in certain encounters. You know, where a male officer, it may escalate to the use of physical force. A female officer has the ability, some female officers have the ability to talk their way through that and to de-escalate the situation and to have a more productive and positive outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Have you experienced any of that in your time?
Yes, sir. I can usually talk myself out of anything. I can usually connect with people and de-escalate any situation that I've been in.
Yeah, I think a lot of male officers are pretty macho.
I completely
They're
agree.
we beat on our chest and say, you're going to do it because I said you're going to do it, and if you don't do it, well, then I'm going to touch you in a certain way
Yes, sir.
and make you comply. With female officers, you guys have the ability to communicate, I think, better than most males.
I completely agree.
And I think that most people would, you know, I'm putting myself out there right now.
Of course, but you know, men personnel can learn from female personnel
Sure.
as well as we can learn from male personnel.
Right. I know we're very excited when we get to hire smart people, male or female, and as long as we keep hiring good people, you know, I say all the time that during the hiring process, we don't try to hire good cops because we can train somebody how to be a good cop. We try to hire good people.
Exactly.
And I think that's very, very important. So in closing, if you could speak to the young females in our community and in our state, what would you tell them? What would you say to them, to those people who are thinking about a career in law enforcement?
Okay. I would say, like you said prior, I believe women have a very unique ability within a police department, and that's why I would encourage women to join our family. I'm here to break down the barriers and get rid of the gender bias and pave the road for future female officers.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for choosing Bartlesville. You could have chosen several other places, but you chose to be here.
Yes, sir.
And that's a credit to you guys, who this officer serves every single day that she comes to work. So we appreciate you being here. Thanks for having the courage as a female to join a male-dominated society and join this family, although it's dysfunctional from time to time, just like any other family.
Yeah.
But we certainly appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
So until next week, be sure to join us on Instagram at BPD Badge, at the Bartlesville Police Department Facebook page, and on YouTube at Behind the Badge. So until next week, take care, stay safe, and thank you.